What happens when fame meets $1 million temptation? Have you ever wondered what truly happens behind the velvet curtains of the glamorous life of celebrities? What secrets lie beneath those dazzling smiles and the flashing cameras? Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, what would you do if someone offered you a fortune, not for your talent or your accomplishments, but for your soul? What if everything you thought you knew about fame and fortune turned out to be a carefully constructed illusion? How far would you be willing to go to chase your dreams, and what would you be willing to sacrifice in the process? Well, prepare yourselves for a story that will leave your jaw on the floor, because today on Magazine News and Gossip, we're about to electrify your world with a tale so juicy, so scandalous, and so wild, you'll be glued to the screen until the very last word. It's a tale that's not about the latest movie role or a dreamy photo shoot. Oh no, this is something much darker, much juicier, and far more shocking. So sit tight, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell for notifications, because you won't want to miss a single twist in this story. Picture this, a luxurious, exclusive event set in a quiet European city, far away from the hustle and bustle of Istanbul's crowded streets. The air is thick with excitement, champagne flutes clink, and the creme de la creme of society mingle in their finest attire. It's the kind of party where celebrities and billionaires rub shoulders, where deals are made and reputations are built, or destroyed. In the center of this dazzling scene stands Yaman, a man whose presence alone commands attention. He's wearing a perfectly tailored tuxedo, his tall frame draped in sharp lines, his every move exuding an effortless charisma that seems to light up the entire room. As the flashing cameras capture every moment, Jan is the star of the show, his smile beaming as though he's the master of the universe. He's the kind of man who can walk into any room and instantly become the center of attention. And tonight, the world is his stage. But just as he's soaking in the attention, a figure emerges from the shadows, a woman whose presence is almost otherworldly. Her eyes are sharp, her gaze piercing as she scans the room with the precision of a hunter. She's not just another socialite. She's a woman with power, wealth, and influence that extends far beyond what most can imagine. Her name is whispered in hushed tones in the most exclusive circles, and her scandals are just as legendary as her fortune. As she approaches Jan, her eyes lock onto his with a determination that is hard to ignore. She's not here to discuss business deals or make small talk about the latest fashion trends. No, she has something much more tantalizing in mind. She's here to offer Jan something he's never been offered before, something that could change his life forever. Without missing a beat, she leans in close to him, her voice a velvet purr that sends a shiver down his spine. "I can offer you millions," she says, "but it won't be for a script or a brand collaboration. What I want from you is something far more personal, something far more exclusive." Her words are like a weight that drops into his chest, as if the air itself has thickened around him. For a moment, Jan is silent, his mind racing as he processes what she's saying. This isn't a business deal. This is an invitation into a world where nothing is as it seems, where the line between desire and danger blurs. She continues, her voice low and sultry. "It's a secret, January. Just between you and me. No one will know, no cameras, no headlines. Just us." The words linger in the air like a poison, tempting and deadly. Jan's mind is a whirlwind as he tries to grasp the gravity of the situation. This isn't about fame, not in the way he's used to. This isn't about a movie role or a contract. This is about power, about control, about something much deeper, something much more dangerous. The woman isn't just interested in his fame. She's after something far more precious, his soul. And in a world where money can buy almost anything, she's convinced that even the most untouchable things can be bought. Jan, the man whose every move has been dissected by tabloids, who has had his life splashed across magazine covers for years, now finds himself in a moral battle that is unlike anything he's ever faced before. It's not just the money. It's the assumption that he, like everyone else, has a price. That fame, that his very essence, can be bought with a check written for an obscene amount of money. The thought is almost suffocating as he stands there, staring into the eyes of a woman who doesn't seem to understand the meaning of no. She is confident, relentless, and she will stop at nothing to get what she wants. The tension between them crackles like electricity as Jan stands frozen, trying to process what's happening. His heart beats faster, his pulse quickening as he imagines the consequences of accepting her offer. Could he sell his soul for millions? Could he let go of everything he believes in for a taste of the power she offers? But even as the temptation calls to him, something inside Jan shifts. He isn't the man he once was, the man who would do anything to climb to the top. No, he's a man who knows the price of fame, and he's not willing to pay it with his integrity. With a slow, deliberate breath, Jan finally speaks. "Thanks, but no thanks," he says, his voice steady but firm. It's a quiet refusal, but it's filled with enough conviction to silence the room. The woman stares at him, a flicker of surprise crossing her face, but she doesn't argue. She doesn't push. Instead, she simply nods and walks away, leaving Jan to wrestle with the storm of emotions raging inside him. As he leaves the event, stepping out into the cool night air, the weight of his decision presses heavily on his shoulders. The city lights blur past his window as he drives through the streets, the hum of the car's engine offering little comfort to his restless thoughts. How many times has he managed to escape the claws of fame? How many more temptations will come his way? The world keeps offering him the chance to sell out, to give in, to let go of everything that makes him who he is. But tonight, Jan made a choice, one that would echo through his life for years to come. Back in his hotel, Jan retreats to the solitude of his private room. The chaos of the world outside fades as he sits down at his desk, pulling out his notebook. It's his sanctuary, his place of peace in the middle of the storm. He writes down a single line. Some things can't be bought, no matter the price. The next day, he posts the cryptic message on social media, sending his followers into a frenzy. Speculation runs wild. What does it mean? Is he breaking up with someone? Is there a new role in the works? Is he about to sign a deal that will change the course of his career? But Jan stays silent, letting the mystery swirl around him. He's not here to fuel scandal. He's here to rise above it. The woman doesn't give up, though. She's persistent, like a shadow that won't go away. Days later, she reaches out to him again, this time with a direct message, a reminder of the offer she made, wrapped in the guise of a business proposition. She even sends him a stunning bouquet of white roses, elegant and filled with irony, with a note that reads, "It's not love, January. It's admiration with resources." Jan doesn't reply. He simply closes the chapter, locking it away in his mind. The only person who knows the full truth is his loyal assistant, a confidant who has stood by him through thick and thin. "Not everyone has your back," the assistant says with a knowing look. Jan smiles, tired but resolute. The world may continue to tempt him, but he knows where he stands. He's not here to sell his soul for fame or fortune. He's here to create art, to stay true to himself, no matter the price. As the story fades into the background of celebrity gossip, it's a reminder of the power of integrity in a world where everything seems for sale. Yaman may be a star, but he's no puppet to the whims of the powerful. He's a man who stands tall, his head held high, in a world that tries to bend everyone to its will. So, magazine news and gossip fans, what do you think of Jan's decision? Would you have done the same in his shoes? The allure of power and wealth can be hard to resist, but as Jan's story shows us, there are some things more important than money. Some things you just can't buy. If you love this story and want to hear more juicy gossip, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, share this video, and turn on your notifications. You won't want to miss a second of the drama that's coming your way.